to when they don't listen to their intuition, when they don't listen to that instinct that's telling them that something feels bad, that something feels off, they play the waiting game. They wait around, they second guess it, they feel like it's an emotion and not a knowing. And we as women have been told since we were young, like, you need to put your emotions away. They're not helpful in this world. Only logic and reasoning and being able to use your brain and your head is useful in this world. So that's why women developed this capacity for second guessing their intuition that comes so easily. I mean, you just hear it. You just hear like a yes or a no. You hear like a red or a green. You know, you hear that go and don't go. And then you ask it why. Why do you feel that way? Are you sure? Are you sure? We second guess it 100,000 times, and we analyze the actual situation in front of us based on all the situations that came before. And yet our intuition is the one that is connected to every single cell in our being. And I don't know if you guys know this, but our cells are way smarter than we are. Our cells that make up our body are way smarter than we are, because they're all conducting in an infinite number of processes that we don't even have to think about. We don't have to tell them to do it. My body's just moving because I will it so. My body's just moving because my cells love me so much that they want to give me this movement and they want to produce this for me. And yet, they also produce something that I didn't necessarily want or ask for. You know, intuition doesn't come up as like, I want to raise my eyebrow. I want to blink my eyes. I want to inhale more deeply. Intuition doesn't come like that. Intuition tells you what to do and then gives you all of these physical things, this like the raising and the tightening of the shoulders and the neck, that weird feeling in your stomach. Your feet and your legs get this fidgety sensation, like you want to escape, like you want to run away as fast as you can. Your face heats up, or your face drains of blood completely and you just like go ghost pale. I mean, your body has so many ways of like messaging you. They're literally instant messages, and all you have to do is pay attention to them the first time. Pay attention to them enough that you don't need to second guess yourself. Because once you second guess yourself, you're basically arguing against the infinite knowledge that all of your cells have, which is basically arguing with God. You're arguing with God. You're arguing with Source. You're arguing with the universe. You're arguing with Spirit. You're like, actually, I know that you're telling me this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to second guess you because I was conditioned to believe that I need to use logic and rationality for every single thing that I do in my life. Everything. This is why this course that I've created is so important to me, because we are used to the discomfort, so we don't pay attention to the messages. Because we're sick and we're uncomfortable in so many other ways, not just like in the ways that our body is like, hey, there's something happening right now, but like, hey, there's something that's been going on and we're just gonna slowly make it worse until you realize how bad it is. We're so used to feeling, that's perfect. We're so used to the discomfort that we just don't pay attention to the messages when our body's like giving us a little extra, do something about it. People need to develop intuition. I mean, that's why this course, hi babe, that's why this course, this Trust Thyself course is so important, and why I wanted to create a 5-day, really brief challenge for you to see if using your intuition a little bit more can help you in your life. That's it. That's all these 5 days are for, is seeing where you're missing that connection to your intuition, that connection to your inner voice and your inner knowing, understanding the obstacles that you can clear away so that the messages start to be received more frequently, more easily. I mean, I feel like in the course of 1 or 2 days, you're going to be getting synchronicities, you're going to be seeing patterns that you've never seen before, and by the end, we're going to feel so inspired by the vision for our lives when we actually have intuition. Like, what does that look like to just be listening to your inner guidance all the time? What does that look like for you to understand how the compass works so you don't need a map? You don't need to second guess yourself. You don't need to check the map every single step of the way. You don't need to know how relationships work. You don't need to know how you're supposed to work at a job. You don't need to know all of these you don't need to know how to be a mom. You don't need to know how to be a girlfriend. You don't need to know how to be a this or a that. You don't need the guidebook. You don't need the map for all of these different little things. You don't need a map or a guidebook for all of these different little things when your intuition acts as the compass.